Welcome back to HeroC Podcast, the first for January 2015 and February 2015. Our first quarter of podcasts for this year, and we hope everyone had a great holiday. I know things are kind of tough this month, getting things started, so I want to apologize for the delay in the podcast through the first month, but we are back on track. It's been a kind of crazy thing going on here at the studio. Again, our 5 C's: character, comics, creativity, connections, and culture. The 5 C's are the basic things we talk about each month with our guests as with strangers. In fact, to this episode, we actually are going to have an interview with Germaine Webb, graphic designer and independent comic publisher from the Carrollton, Georgia location, which we'll get to in just a few minutes. We were able to meet up with him at the Atlanta Comic Convention on February 2nd, which was today, here in Atlanta, Georgia, down at the Marriott off of Claremont Road. So let's just jump right in into some of our items. I think I'll give you guys an overview. We're talking about a listing of our 2015 to 2020 Marvel and DC movie lists. There's a new updated information on the Arrow Flash animated series. There's a fan series coming out on the web of Nightwing. So all you Nightwing fans are going to just really love it. Then we're going to talk about the Ascension series, which was released on Sci-Fi from Canada, which was a very interesting story take on that. Then we've got some notes from Huffington Post on art hacks for life. And then there's a new product that I think new artists are going to love, and that's the Pentel Pocket Brush Pen from Japan, from Pentel. So I think we're just going to jump right into it, and you'll notice that things are mixed and matched as far as our breakdowns, but we're going to start talking and giving an overlist in what were our movies mentioned. Now, last month, we did talk about with Jerome Montgomery, who guest starred on the December podcast here for HeroC, a listing of films. Well, now we have the exact listing from to date, from 2015 to 2020, of all comic release-based films and what they're planning to release date. So I'm just going to kind of go right through them. 2015, May 1st, The Avengers: Age of Ultron, which is going to be great. July 17th, 2015, Ant-Man. August 7th, the rebooted Fantastic Four movie is going to be out. Yeah, we all have a reservation, so we're going to talk about those when they come out. 2016, planned movies on February 12th, Deadpool. March 25th, Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice. May 6th, Captain America, The Civil War. That's for starting the Civil War saga. May 27th, X-Men Apocalypse. Okay, August the 5th, Suicide Squad. November the 4th, the Doctor Strange movie. And then November the 11th, the Sinister Six series movie is coming out, and that's guest starring Spider-Man. I believe Andrew Garfield will be playing Spider-Man in that particular movie. 2017, Venom Carnage. That should be an interesting situation. Then there's slated for a 2017 unannounced female character Spider-Man movie. That, I have a feeling, is going to be the Black Cat. But that's just my opinion. Then Marvel is planning a March 3rd release of Wolverine 3, another one. So that's going to be another Wolverine movie coming out. May the 5th, though, is Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Then June 23rd, DC is coming out with Wonder Woman. July 28th will be Thor Ragnarok, so the third Thor movie. Then there's a July 14th planning of the second rebooted Fantastic Four movie. Then we're going to end up with November the 3rd, 2017, Black Panther. Still, I'm not sure who's going to be playing the lead role in that particular film. But then we end up with November the 17th as the Justice League movie. 2018 is slated for the Amazing Spider-Man 3. March 23rd is The Flash. May the 4th is The Avengers Infinity War Part 1. Then we're going to end up with July the 6th, Captain Marvel. Let's see here. Then we've got another announced X-Men movie, which will be the 4th movie in that series. Then July the 27th will be Aquaman. And then November the 2nd will be The Inhumans. 2019, April 5th, Shazam. May the 3rd is the second part of the Avengers Infinity War movie. And then 2020, April the 3rd will be Cyborg, a film, and then the June 19th, Green Lantern is going to be rebooted, 2020. So this is insane. This is absolutely insane as far as these plans. Now these can change at any given time as far as dates and times, but these are the slated areas for those two particular companies with their movie moguls to play out. So that's just amazing. Okay, let's jump right into character, and this is going to be focusing on the whole Arrow Flash animated series that's going to be coming out, and the fact of the matter being, they're going to be giving kudos and mention to one of the leading characters from the Justice League Unlimited series, and that's Vixen. She's going to show up in the animated spinoff. Let's see here. Cartoon Network surprised reporters at the Television Critics Association Winter Press Tour with the reveal of Vixen in the form of promotional handouts announcing the animated project. Expected to debut the fall 2015. It will be set in the shared universe of live-action hits with The Flash and the Arrow and streamlined on CW's online platform, CW Seed. The DC character comic headlining Vixen is a bit more obscure than Green Arrow or The Flash, created by Jerry Conway and Bob Oxner, and the first introduced in 1981's Action Comics 521. The character known as Mary Joy McCabe, a character with African roots who's been a member of multiple Justice League incarnations. Powers are tied to the magical Tantu totem, which puts her into the different category than the relatively grounded vigilantism of Arrow or the super science of the Flash. And that's kind of the point, according to Mark Guggenheim. Guggenheim was also at the front of Vixen, and CBR News broke the news right at the following Arrow Flash TCA event. It described Vixen as a 6-part origin story, and shared that the team behind his plans to take advantage of the type of scale that's easier to achieve in animation than in live action. So I think it's going to be an interesting character, which played up in the later, if you actually look at the later episodes of Justice League Unlimited with all the additional characters on the Watchtower platform. Vixen was involved with Green Lantern John Stewart with the love triangle between him and Hawkgirl. So she played a pretty good part as far as the animated stuff. So I can't wait to really see what's happening with this story here. An animated Vixen with an animated Green Arrow and Flash. Perhaps we'll get some more, some wild story plots and some urban jungle stories. Who knows? Okay, we're going to take a break here for a moment, and then we'll come back and talk about the next couple of things to hit the screen, and that's going to be the fan series from Nightwing, and then we'll talk about Ascension, the sci-fi series from Canada.